Welcome to another episode of Show Up to Grow. Um, Maybe I'm toying with a jingle. Hi everybody, Mel here, and today it is my birthday. Woo-hoo. Happy birthday to me. Um, and today I have titled my blog post Reflection because I think it's pretty normal for people to kind of take stock on their birthday, compare like their goals that they had for a year. What have I accomplished in the year? What's this year been like to me? Has it been kind? Has it been less kind? Has it been memorable? So, um, here we go. Bit of a tricky one, I think, to share. It's actually quite hard to say it out loud, but it's easier to write. I have quite a lot of trauma around celebrating my birthday. Um, as a child and a teenager, it was all good. It was fine. I recall having like parties. I had a lovely childhood. Enjoyed myself. I remember having friends being made a fuss of, kind of as you do on your birthday. But then through my 20s and into my early 30s, like something changed. And I can't put my finger on what it was that changed, but something changed. And like very slowly, I started to believe that I wasn't worthy of attention and that actually my desire to have like the fuss made of me on my birthday was just a little bit self-centered, quite narcissistic, and that anyone wanting to give me attention on my birthday, like that should be deflected. So my behavior started to change and I started to kind of hide myself away a little bit, just become a bit closed, which is the opposite of what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to connect and I really didn't feel it was the right thing to do, but for the life of me, I can't think why. And yeah, it was a bit of a miserable time. I was my own worst enemy. I would not mention to anybody that my birthday was coming up. And I would be kind of seesawing between hoping that they wouldn't remember so they wouldn't say anything to hoping they would remember because the part of me that wanted to be made a fuss or still wanted that. Um, and so then when people inevitably didn't remember because I hadn't reminded them, there was no reminder anywhere. I'd like taken my birthday off Facebook. Like it just left me feeling really unloved, quite hollow, and just yeah, bit of a vicious cycle. It was pretty horrible. And one year, I remember I tried to break the cycle, and I actually held myself a little party, like a little hot tub party. It was pretty good fun. Um, a lot of my friends, or in fact, possibly all of them, they were like, oh, actually, Mel, I'm really sorry, I'm busy. And so I felt like my small effort to sort of reclaim this day and stand in like my own power was still met with the same result. And it ended up being a party for one. Get the tiny violin out now. And actually, I gave up. I stopped trying. So on my birthday today, I am really relieved and pleased and proud of myself that I've unlearned a lot of the toxic values that I was holding on to when I was in my 30s. And as any journey is difficult, a mental journey is possibly more difficult because you can't see the work that's happening. A physical journey, you can see the physical muscles that get built, the change in your body shape. You can't see that in a mind change. You can only feel it, right? So, anyway, I spent a long time, like years, just wondering why was I not good enough for people to want to spend time with me. And then I would beat myself up mentally because I was thinking, like, why am I not good enough? Why am I not worthy? At the same time, I didn't like my own reflection. And I was thinking, well, maybe if I was just slimmer, younger, prettier, a bit less quirky and myself, actually people would like me more. And the harsh truth of it is actually I just didn't like myself. So it goes back to, how can other people like you or love you when you don't love yourself? That's the first relationship you have to repair, is the one with yourself. And I couldn't accept a compliment because I didn't think it could be true. Still working on that. I try not to deflect them now and just trying to accept them. And when I talk about love, self-love and self-compassion, like I've lived that journey. I get it. And not every journey is the same. My experience won't be the same as someone else's, but I hope no one else's is quite the struggle that mine was, but I feel that they probably will have a lot of similarities. So I started to realise in my mid to late 30s that things that I was holding up as like an ideal standard were not actually true. It was like a representation of the truth, but viewed through a filter. I mean, an actual physical filter, as on Instagram and other social media where photographs and videos are filtered, or the angle is, shall we say, flattering, possibly not realistic representative. I don't want to be judgmental of people that choose those angles or choose filters for whatever reason. That's up to them. I do not choose to use those now. I want to show up and have people go, oh, it's Mel. Oh, that's actually what you look like. Oh, good. Rather than thinking, oh, I thought your face was a different shape, or oh, I didn't realise that you're this tall, or whatever it is. I want people to know the person you see here is the same person as in real life. And when I take a photo, like a selfie, either a selfie or just like, if it's a photo of someone else, I'm generally a bit more composed, but if it's of myself, it's just like one take, we are done. And just whatever happens, which kind of goes back to the chance of photos when I was a child and you had film in an actual camera and you didn't have the chance to redo and redo. And so I've now learned to love my own company. I really love solitude. I like my own company, and I choose to have a party for myself. Party of one, please. And I take myself out for coffee on my own. I go out for dinner on my own. And I go on holiday on my own. And I absolutely love it. I mean, I'm not by myself the whole time I'm there, but I spend a lot of time on my own doing the things that I want to do with no compromise. And it's great. And that's not to say that I don't have people around me who love me and lift me. I have a loving partner. My son is great company and loving, and I love our time together. But we all like slightly different things. So we do those, and then I still want to do my things too. So I found my energy is recharged the most quickly when I do take time for myself. So this year, I've been working with a therapist about changing my mindset, like reframing my thoughts and challenging like really long embedded beliefs that I had buried in a little box under floorboards in my mind, and then covered with layers of carpet and nailed down and inside ice, so that I could really try and lock them away. But there's just a constant tap in that box. You know it's there, no matter how hidden it is. And at some point, there's like the perfect storm of things that melt the ice, that pull up the carpet, that rip out the nails, and the box just opens and springs out and surprises you in the most horrific and shocking way. And I don't want that anymore. So I've opened the box with help and just said to the memories inside, like, you don't scare me anymore, and that's disarmed them. And there's nothing buried in my mind anymore. Well, that I'm aware of. That's the thing, isn't it? You're always kind of picking through things. But my mind feels like a much safer place, which is great. And the other thing that I've learned is I ask for what I need. And that's hard, but that's my responsibility to ask for what I need, and it's not someone else's responsibility to guess what I need. It's my responsibility to tell people. And one of my values is personal growth. So it's my job to communicate what I need, because if I'm working on myself every day and trying to improve myself every day, someone else can't guess what I want because it might be different to a week ago. Anyway, today it's my birthday and I decided what I want is a party. This year I was like, I want a party this year. No more parties for one on my birthday. I want lots of people to be there. So earlier this year I realised that it would be a Saturday, so I am actually throwing the biggest birthday party I've ever had, even though it's not, a big number. I don't care. So I'm going to have a roller disco tonight at Leeds Con Exchange, and I'm going to be hanging out with friends from near and far, and anyone who's coming who I don't already know, I'm hoping to say hello, make some new friends as well. And if there are friends and family who are not able to make the event, that's okay. We'll catch up another time. It's not the be all and end all of everything. But I don't need the validation from other people to feel good about myself, because the self-love is so, so important. And I know that we are our own harshest critics. So because I've lived the journey from self-loathing to self-love, I have a fair idea of what folks might be experiencing early on in their roller skating journey. And it's often the shock of how difficult roller skating actually is compared to how you thought it was going to be. Our instructor team remind people out loud to give themselves permission to take the smallest steps, even if that step is you showed up today. Step number 1. And our approach might not be right for everyone, and that is okay. That is fine. We are not here for everyone, but if our approach is right for you and you need a bit more the feeling of being held and seen, then we are for you. If you are already feeling more confident, then that's okay. There'll be other spaces that you maybe will feel confident to skate in straight away. So that's cool. We're here to support those people that feel they need us, however big or small that part of the journey is. That is all. So my final words are, I am proud of myself for still being here, still showing up, still running the company and pushing forward and just doing my best to juggle all the other things in my life. And that's all. I think that's all any of us can do, is just do the best with what we know. And that's all. So cheers. If you're joining, I appreciate you very much. I'm going to go and do some birthday stuff now. So take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.